Morning. Welcome to day 4 of January. It's still quite early, still dark outside, so I thought we'd do some morning stretches, some stuff that you don't need to kind of leave the vicinity of the bed for too early on. So the first thing we're going to do is just a nice child's pose. So all we're going to do is walk our hands forward, stretch forward, forehead all the way down, or use a pillow, stretching forward. So nice stretch into your back, into your shoulders. Couple of breaths here. And then we're going to walk our hands back. And then we're in a tabletop position. So wrists underneath our shoulders and knees underneath our hips. And we're going to inhale, we're going to do some cat-cow stretches. So we're going to inhale, arch our back, head up, tailbone up. Exhaling, rounding through the spine, head down, tailbone down. Inhaling, head up, tailbone up, into cow. Exhaling, rounding your spine into cat. Inhaling, cow. Exhaling, cat. Come back to a neutral spine. You can do a dynamic version of that as well. So you could inhale and just move forwards and up. Exhale, round through your spine. Just shift back a little bit. Inhaling forwards and up. If that's okay for your wrists, just be careful. Exhaling, rounding and back. You can take it a little bit further as well if you want. If you want to inhale forwards and maybe even take your hips down. And then rounding through your back, taking your bum back towards your heels. Inhaling forwards and up, just depending on what your hips want to do this early in the morning, what your spine's happy doing. Whatever level works for you, whatever level feels like a nice stretch. So back into the middle, and I thought we'd thread the needle. So all you need to do is pop your right hand, it's going to thread underneath your left arm, and then we're lowering down head and shoulder down to the bed. Now if they don't want to do that, I mean you've got lots of props handy, so just choose a pillow that works, threading through and under, and then just resting your head and shoulder down, as long as that doesn't feel like too much pressure. So that should be a nice stretch into your shoulders, across the back. If you want to take it a little bit further, you could always bring this hand either up towards the ceiling or round behind you. But again, only if that feels okay into your shoulder. And oh, just noticed there's cobwebs in my lampshade. I must sort that out. Not done this here before. Lovely. And bring that left hand back down then, pushing into that hand, back up into that tabletop position, and we'll just do the other side. So this hand this time. Left hand's going to thread underneath that right arm. Use your pillow if you need it. Resting your head and shoulder down. And once we're down here, you can either stay here if that's enough for you, or you could bring this other hand up towards the ceiling, or round behind your back. Whatever feels like a good stretch for you today. And then bring that hand back round again. We're pushing into it and coming back into that tabletop position. Lovely. So we're going to come back into either a kneeling position, or you could be cross-legged as well, whatever works for you. And we're just going to do some nice stretches here. So maybe just roll your shoulders a couple of times. Get those moving. Interlacing your fingers. Nice big stretch up towards the ceiling. And then over to one side. Back through the middle to the other side. You can stay in these poses a bit longer if you want to, if that feels good for you. Back up through the middle. Separate those hands, and we're going to take one behind and then the other one on your hip or your leg or your knee, wherever. And we're just going to look over the back shoulder. Nice twist. Feel this into your side. Get your digestive system working. Back through the centre and across to the other side. Nice twist. And then back up through the middle. And that should just about do. See you tomorrow.